744 is similar and contains language that we passed on a bipartisan effort out of this chamber a few weeks ago in Senate File 478. The provisions included in House File 744, which is one of two bills that they returned to us after reviewing Senate File 748, the bill includes the following. It requires the Regent universities, public institutions of higher education to develop materials, programs, and procedures to ensure that persons who are responsible for discipline, instruction, or administration of the campus community, or who have oversight of student government organizations or distribute activity fee funds, understand policies and regulations and duties of institution regarding free expression. Additionally, it prohibits retaliation against a member of the campus community who files a complaint under this section. It requires a disciplinary hearing if a faculty member knowingly and intentionally restricts protected speech. It requires First Amendment training for members of the campus community, including students, faculty, and staff. It directs the board of directors of each school district to establish policies protecting students and staff from discrimination based on speech. It prohibits retaliation against a member of the school district who files a complaint under this section, and it triggers a hearing with the Board of Educational Examiners if a school district employee is found to have violated the First Amendment rights of a student. Mr. President, that concludes my opening comments, and there is an amendment.
There is an amendment. The chair calls up Amendment S3109. The senator from Wayne, Senator Sinclair, for opening remarks on Amendment S3109 to House File 744.
Thank you, Mr. President. S3109 is an amendment that adds back in the elements of Senate File 478 that the House omitted from their version of this bill. The amendment does the following. It adds in language limiting a student government's authority over funds dispersed by the student government if that student government violates the First Amendment rights of a member of the campus community. Second, it adds language to codify the three-member nonpartisan free speech committee that the State Board of Regents has developed within their ranks. Next, it authorizes the BOEE to deny or revoke a license if it is found that the licensee discriminated against a student. And finally, it adds back in the provisions related to school newspaper and makes it so that a school employee or official shall not be dismissed, suspended, disciplined, reassigned, transferred, subject to termination or non-renewal of a teaching contract or an extracurricular contract, or otherwise retaliated against for protecting the rights of students who are acting within their First Amendment protected speech as part of a school newspaper. That concludes my opening comments on the amendment.
Is there discussion on Amendment S3109? Seeing no further discussion on the amendment, the chair recognizes the senator from Wayne for final remarks on Amendment S3109 to House File 744.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the amendment.
The senator from Wayne moves the adoption of Senate Amendment S3109 to House File 744. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it. The motion prevails. Is there further discussion on House File 744? Seeing no further discussion, the chair recognizes the senator from Wayne, Senator Sinclair, for final remarks on House File 744.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move House File 744 as amended be read for the final time and placed upon its passage.
The senator from Wayne moves the House File 744 be read for the last time and placed on its passage. Those in favor of the motion say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. The motion prevails. The secretary will read.
House File 744, a bill for providing for training prohibition requirements relating to First Amendment rights, school districts, public institutions, higher education being enacted by the General Assembly, State of Iowa.
The senator from Wayne moves the reading thus far be considered the last reading of the bill. Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those opposed say no. The motion prevails. Is the title agreed to? The question now is, shall the bill pass? Those in favor of the passage of House File 744 will vote aye. Those opposed vote no. The secretary will open the voting system and receive your vote. Senator Whitford, you are in order.
Thank you, Mr. President. Please excuse Senator Dawson until he arrives.
Senator Dawson will be excused until he arrives. Has every senator voted? Every senator has voted. The Secretary will close the voting system. The Secretary will lock the voting system and record your votes. The Senate will pay attention to the result of the roll call. Those voting aye, 46, no, 0. The bill having received a constitutional majority is declared to have passed the Senate and the title is agreed to.